Hey, good morning, everybody. It's Early Mornings LA, the Friday edition, and you made it to the weekend. Ready to crush the weekend? The toast is toasting, the butter is buttering. I'm here, you're here, and the bill vote day is here as well. Also, here is Ted Cruz, back from Cancun. I mean, it's really exciting. Finally, Nancy Pelosi confirms when the third stimulus bill vote will be. I have all the details. Then, the details about when we're going to see the bill. Answering all those questions about hazard pay, FUC, UI, EIDL, all those questions across the board. Meantime, one of the world's biggest retailers raises their salaries after they announce hazard pay as well. I have all those details additionally. And then new immigration legislation introduced. Very exciting news as the new jobless claims were announced. And they're not particularly good, but it could signal more stimulus checks throughout the year. I have all the incredible great details. I'm so excited you joined me. It's a great new morning. It's a Friday morning. Warm weather is finally coming to the state of Texas. You'll be in the 50s by the weekend. That ice will be melting, and your love for Ted Cruz will be melting as well. It's a great new day. Let's get to it on Early Mornings LALATE. Hey, good morning, everybody. It's Early Mornings LALATE in a big day. This is the modified set as we get ready for the rollout of the new LALATE. So I appreciate your kindness and thoughts as a modified set with a modified lighting and modified camera angle. It's all sort of makeshift, but we're doing what we can do. If you've not subscribed, make sure you subscribe, because next week, boy, you're going to see a lot. You're going to see a lot as the bill is debuted, and we're going to give you all the details. Also, like this video, if you're not subscribed and become a member, please become a member, because this membership will allow you to get the bill details before anyone else, the actual PDFs. I'll break it down to you item by item. We got a lot of stuff coming to us. So with that, also over here is an instant chat. That instant chat allows you to chat with your Purple Power buddies about what you expect for in the new stimulus bill. There's so much happening. So with that, without a delay, let's get to the breaking news. The breaking news is we have a bill vote date. The third stimulus check bill will be called for a vote by the end of this coming week. Nancy Pelosi confirms to press late yesterday. The bill vote in the House will be final. On Monday next week, the Budget Committee, which is all Democratic run, will finalize the bill items. On Tuesday, they'll have to clean up the smears from the corner from the chocolate ice cream, the $12 ice cream with the corners. They gotta clean those edges. It's, can't have a messy bill with a little bit of ice cream smudges on the edge. And then the bill will be ready for me to dissect it for you. Questions are bound. Hazard pay, how much? How do you get it? EIDL. FPUC, UI, earned income tax credit. There's so much details. We know much of the broad stroke items. We know $1,400 stimulus check, $2,800 married couple, $1,400 child, $1,400 adult dependent. We know all that. We also know $3,600 for a student, for a child 5 years or younger. We know $3,000 for 17 to 6. We know about the other items, $1,700 for a college student plus the stimulus check. We know the paid sick leave, $1,400 a week. We know the EIDL, $5,000 plus something. But we're waiting for more details, like the $1,500 earned income tax credit if you're an essential worker and worked in the pandemic and made less than $25,000. We need more clarity. Clarity came yesterday with the jobs numbers, however. The jobs numbers released yesterday, every Thursday morning, boy, it was not good. We were looking for three numbers. We're looking for the new jobless claims, people who newly gone on unemployment. Then we're looking at the number of reoccurring claims, meaning people who stayed on unemployment from the week before. And then we're looking at long-term unemployment. That is the core number for stimulus. because that number refers to people who have been unemployed for more than 6 months. Pandemic's entering in 1 year. It's entering into 1 year in just a few weeks. And with that, we want to see how many people have been unemployed for over 6 months. Well, the new jobless number was not good. They were looking for it to improve. It got worse. It headed towards 800,000. And then we looked at the continuing jobless numbers. It fell by 4 million, so that was promising. It came in about it fell by 1.5 million. It fell at about it fell about 18 million, down from 20 million, so that was promising. But the number of reoccurring claims that are long term stayed high. It was over 4 million. Now, ultimately, people always ask me, hey, how many stimulus checks are we going to get? It all is dependent on how many unemployment claims are long term. And ultimately, if you see a lot of those, you could see 2 more stimulus checks this year if you see this continuing concern. Yesterday, Janet Yellen appeared on broadcast news to push for the stimulus package and also to say stimulus is tied to unemployment. You will hear a recurring theme on this channel that there's a lot of economic data out there, but the economic data that impacts your stimulus is unemployment. And 773,000 jobless claims was expected. It came in at 861. That's not even close. It was the highest level in over a month. The continuing claims 4.5, a drop of only 64,000, so almost the same. And that total returning claims were 18 million, down by 1.3. Which states are causing the number to go higher? California again. Yeah. California, there you go. Last week, California led in new jobless claims. This week it was number 2. Illinois led with 333,000. California was 20,000. Texas dropped by unemployment claims at 12,000, and Rhode Island was down by 2,000. Meantime, if you want to laugh, if you want a good laugh to start your Friday morning, a group called the Morning Consult published a report that said the impact of the $1,400 third stimulus check. What's the impact of it? They say it could pay your bills to July. My question is, which year? 1920? Pay your bills to July. I don't know where these people live. Where do these people in this survey live? In what time zone do they live in? What decade do they live in? Are they time travelers? I think time travelers did this report. It said that people are only behind on their bills by $300. Well, speak for yourself. Lord, I don't know who makes these reports. It says Americans are only on average behind on the bills by $300. Yeah, right. That's not very believable. Now, understand that Janet Yellen yesterday, Jerome Powell, and others have said, we need more stimulus. And the concern is that stimulus eases financial constraint. The stimulus check eases financial constraint. The fastest you get the stimulus check, the quicker you can pay for rent, the quicker you can pay for utilities, the quicker you can pay for other things. Now, in the video after this, I'm going to ensure to you that you should not be waiting to get that money for rent or utilities, because you can reach out to the volunteers. They're in the pinned comment in the description of this channel and also at the top of this chat. They're at news.la.com/community. They can help you get rent and utilities right now. You should not be waiting for the third stimulus package. But even with that statement, you understand that $300 behind your bills is just not a believable remark. Next, Walmart. Walmart missed on earnings. Its fourth quarter adjusted earnings were $1.39 per share, which was short of what estimates were. Revenues grew by 7.3%. That was a better than the $152.1 billion estimated. But they also made news by announcing sort of a reactionary stimulus hazard pay-ish type announcement. They have paid bonus pay before. Amazon has paid bonus pay before. So has Target. Well, after Target and Walmart and Amazon raised their base salary to $15 an hour, Walmart yesterday, for 425,000 new employees, raised their average salary to $15 an hour. Now, ironically, that's the same dollar amount that the president's trying to put in the third stimulus package. He's trying to put in there $15 an hour, and that may ultimately cause not one but two senators in the that are Democrats to say, we're not signing this. It's too high, and we're not even agreeing to any amount. But the interesting point is that Walmart's executive appeared in the White House 2 weeks ago, and yesterday told news that he told the President of the United States the single most important thing he can do is send out stimulus checks. He said stimulus checks really are a big issue, and that stimulus check in December is why consumer spending went up. He said not because they were buying TVs, they weren't buying shoes. He said they were buying staples like butter, milk, cleaning solutions, soap, because they didn't have money to buy it before. He says that makes a big difference. Under the third stimulus package, people ask when, how automatic. Here are things that I want you to understand, first of all. Under the third stimulus package, the stimulus check is automatic. The child check for $3,000 or $3,600, that is automatic. Everything else is not automatic, so you're going to have to apply for it. You have to know how it applies, how you get that money, and how you get it. So nothing else in there is automatic. Next, the child care amount, well, I'm going to go over it in the video after this, the $3,600 and $3,000, has caused some confusion for viewers, and I expect it to continue to cause confusion. Let me explain to you why. The way the $3,600 and $3,000 works is that if you have a child 5 or younger, you can get $3,600 for that child. If you have a child 17 to 6, you can get $3,000. Now, people are confused as to what that amount is for. They understand the amount. They understand who gets it. They don't understand what that amount is for. Let me explain it very slowly, and because it's a little strange. The check is for next year's tax return as an advance paid ahead of time a year earlier. Yes, it sounds very weird. You've never heard of IRS paying you money a year ahead of time. That's the concept. The concept is that in advance for next year's tax return, they're going to pay you that money now a year earlier. So how are they paying it? They're paying the $3,600 as in the month of July, starting the month of July, $300 a month. For the $3,000, they're starting the month of July at $250 a month for 1 year. Very, very straightforward, even though it's a little bit peculiar. Finally, yesterday, big news about immigration. Joe Biden introduced yesterday an immigration bill. The president announced an 8-year path for undocumented immigrants who arrived in the United States by January 1. It will provide a path for immigration. It will replace the word alien with non-citizen, and this is how it works. Basically, undocumented immigrants get 5 years of provisional status, and then after that, they can apply for a green card at year 5, and then 3 years later, they can apply for citizenship. It requires 10 Republican votes to defeat any Senate filibuster and move the bill to a vote. And the White House spoke about it. It's just too early to speculate about it now. We want to first defer to our sponsors on this bill and possibly see leadership on the Hill about how they want to move forward on immigration. Lindsey Graham, who is a bipartisan supporter of legislation like this, says he likes the conversation. You can't legalize one group without addressing the underlying broken immigration system. It's an incentive more. It's a smaller deal, but possible. So he likes that the conversation's starting. Everyone does. And ultimately, this is where we are. In the video after this, I will go over more about what happened yesterday and why the unemployment numbers, why stimulus check votes, and why a lot of things pushing for the stimulus right now are hitting very strong. Additionally, I'll go over the items of the third stimulus package bill and free rent. If you have questions or comments in today's video, drop them in the comments below. I might feature them in tomorrow's recording. If you've not subscribed, make sure you subscribe. Also like this video. Stay informed, stay focused, and stay for life for more.